Hello, everybody. It's me again, Anna Marie from Heavenly Healing. Welcome to Teach Me Tuesday. Today, we're going to be doing it a little bit differently. We have a guest. Yes, Perry Gaia here next to me. Kristen is going to be interviewing us. I hope you can hear us because there's one hell of a background of cars going on. Maybe we sit a little bit closer and we pretend that there's a microphone. Anyway, on a serious note, today we're going to be talking about spirit guides. Kristen has a whole lot of questions and she's going to interview us, and we hope that we are going to be able to answer some of your questions. Shoot away, Kristen.
In your personal capacity, what is a spirit guide? Do you have any, and if so, how many?
Very Gaia, you go first.
Okay, a spirit guide is somebody who comes to you with a lot of energy. You have a few guides. There's either the one that's with you throughout your whole life. Then you've got other guides that step into your life at certain moments when there's karmic adjustments to be made, when you're having a bit of trouble. There's normally a life guide that steps in and kind of nudges you towards what you need to be doing, or maybe considering a different lifestyle completely. If you're changing jobs, you're going through divorce, these tumultuous times, there's normally a guide that's personal to you that comes in and says, right, go this way or go this way. So there's a few. And then there's also a soul guide who does with you. He works with your, I say he because that's mine, is a masculine entity. He comes in and kind of shows you where you're going, what you need to be doing in this lifetime. So yes, you can have a lot. You can have more than 2 or 3. Sometimes there's a group. That's what I've experienced.
Okay. The way I was taught and the way I've been shown is that you have one guide, your love guide, your gatekeeper, who incarnates with you. So that guide comes to earth when you are born, and that guide stays with you throughout your whole life. Then, and this guide has also been with you through a couple of lifetimes. This isn't necessarily the first lifetime that guide has been with you, so they know you well and you know them well, even though in this lifetime it doesn't always feel as though you know them well, but you have had lifetimes with them before. Then depending, as Perry Gaia said, depending what happens in your life, different guides do step in. So say you're going to have a baby, a guide will come in, again very personal to you, who will help you with your new challenge or your new the new thing that's happening in your life, motherhood, and will help you with that. If you wanted to study, for example, a guide will come in with that. If you're a very professional, serious business person in need of financial guidance, you might find that a guide who's good at that does step in. Remember, the guides, as much as we have things that we're good at, the guides also have professions, for lack of a better word, things that they're good at. If you're sick, a guide who is a doctor will come in and do psychic surgery on you. So yes, you do have more than one guide throughout your life. You've got the life guide, and then the others come and go as they are needed. I make that sound a little non-serious. It's very serious. Your guides are always very, very serious in your life, because your guides want only the best for you. We as humans have choice, free will, And when we go astray, it's not because of the guides. It's actually because of us not listening to the guides, their nudgings, the things that they're wanting us to do. We often turn a blind eye or we become completely deaf. So yes, you do have more than one throughout your lifetime. I hope this answers the question.
The first question is for Perry Gaia. How did you first become aware of your spirit guides, and what was that experience like?
So my experience was nice. It was nurturing. My guide made herself appear as my imaginary friend when I was very young. So I wasn't alone. That was my first experience of one of my guides.
The next question is for Anna Marie. How do you incorporate the guidance of spirit guides into your Reiki healing sessions?
When I'm busy doing the Reiki, my guides will come through and they'll give me messages that I need to give to my clients. It's normally, for me, they come through either as images or as words.
Perry Gaia, can you describe the different types of spirit guides you communicate with and how they assist you in your practice?
I've got the very nurturing, loving spirit guide. I've got my other soul guide, I call him. He gives me direct messages according to the way I need to experience things. He's pretty abrupt. He doesn't pull his punches. He says it how it is. So in a reading, he gives me a lot of info. But then there's also the person's guides that step in and give me a lot of messages, and it can be anything from smell. An experience I've had will suddenly pop up in my mind. A color. Sometimes it's images. They make themselves known. They tell you things.
Our language is very simple. The guide's language or use of language is far more complicated than ours are. And often, I mean, you said that your guide is direct and to the point. Remember, they don't have emotion the way that we have emotion. We soft and fuzzy and human. So we need soft and fuzzy and human. When the guide tells it like it is, it's because they tell it like it is. They don't need to sugarcoat. And then often the choice of words that they use is different to the choice of words that we use, and this can sometimes also lead to confusion.
Next question is for Anna Marie. How do you connect to your spirit guides before or during a healing session?
I don't think one necessarily connects before a healing session. You would normally connect during the healing session. For me, touch is very important. So the minute I touch my client, remember I do Reiki or massage. The minute I touch my client, I get the connection from my guide and from their guide. One thing that is of paramount importance is I have to be 100% present, 100% present and connected to my client. In other words, I cannot wonder what's for supper or what the noise outside is. As long as I stay 100% connected to and focused on my client, the connection happens automatically, right?
Yeah.
Perry Gaia, what methods do you use to strengthen your connection with your spirit guides?
Well, yes, it's constant meditation and being in tune to the subtle messages you get all day.
Yeah, but you do meditation all the time. That's why you're up in the clouds all the time.
You hear them. They speak to you. They do. They speak to you.
That's why Moon is never grounded and
No.
she's always up in the air, up in the clouds. But that's why she gives such a damn good reading as well.
You gotta listen.
Anna Marie, what role do your spirit guides play in identifying and addressing the energy blockages in your clients?
the first thing that is very important is that your client actually needs to want to accept that there are blockages. Sometimes the healings flow and they flow really, really nicely. And this is where the client is open to the healing. And then for me, it's normally, it's heat, it's a dense feeling. For me, all the blockages appear as feelings, often as dark colorings. But if your client isn't open to that, it doesn't really matter what your guides tell you, nothing is going to happen. And often then you don't feel anything either. And it's purely and simply because they don't want the healing. So their guides will come in and protect them. And they will, their guides
And they
will.
also hold on to their energy.
They do, they hold on to their energy. So it really depends on your client and whether they are ready for the healing or not, because that's what it is. It's not how open they are to it, it's whether they're ready or not.
Perigea, how do your spirit guides influence your daily life and decision-making processes?
Well, they don't really influence your daily life. What happens is if you experience a lot of things going wrong in your life, you need to take a step back. Take that moment to connect with your guides. They will bring you they kind of show you, this is the bad behavioral patterns you're doing. Make a change. Do you want to change, or do you want to continue in this negative way of doing things? There is another option, but it's not always easy. That's what they do.
And then the choice stays yours.
Always yours.
Anna-Marie, how would you differentiate between your intuition and the messages from your spirit guides?
For me, it's basically the same thing. The messages from the guides and my intuition are the same thing. Maybe the only difference was the message from the guide I might hear or I might see, whereas my intuition isn't. Now, my intuition there is to actually climb on my broom, stick, and go after them. My intuition is really, for me, a gut feeling, a huge gut feeling. But I mean, that feeling comes from my guides, 100%.
Perigea, can you share a specific instance where your spirit guides played a crucial role in a reading?
Okay, so they weren't so much as my spirit guides. It was the client's mother who had passed. She had come with love. She had brought love. She had brought that she's excited about a baby that was coming, and she wanted something she had made and given to my client, present at the baby shower. She kept telling me it was frilly, it was something she's made. She didn't want some sort of memorial photo or anything at this baby shower. She wanted her craft item, something she had made, and it was frilly. The client later shared with me that her and her sister had found a doll that their mom had knitted, and it's got a frilly collar, and that's what they put at the baby shower. They used it as part of the decoration. That was so sweet.
Yeah, that's really, really pretty.
Anna-Marie, last and final question. Can you share a memorable experience where your spirit guides provided you with significant guidance or insight?
Yes, I absolutely can. And this is also where I absolutely didn't listen. It's a couple of years ago, I was closing the windows at night before I went to bed. And in the kitchen, I got to the window and it was open. It was open so much. And I thought, I don't need to close it. And the whole window started sparkling.
Yeah?
Like silver and gold. It was the most incredible shimmer. No, I don't need to close this. The next morning, when I woke up, I was minus a cell phone, minus a laptop, minus my PC in the shop. And when I went through to the kitchen, that very window that had shimmered at me like that wasn't a window anymore. They'd taken the whole thing out and come in and robbed me. So when your guides speak, best you listen, because it definitely is for your preservation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very hard lesson.
Thank you, Perry Gaia and Anna Marie, for your time. Do you have any last and final words?
No, I think I'm good.
No, just be open.
Yeah, I might have a last word. And that's, guys, please forgive all the noise in the background. It's just such a beautiful day. And we know we should have mics, and we know we should be, I don't know, be in a recording studio, because I do believe that this is an incredibly wonderful interview. Thank you, Tristan, for your hard work and for your questions. They were really, really thought-provoking. They honestly were, and very, very insightful. Thank you so much. And to our beautiful listeners out there, thank you so much. And we'll be chatting again soon. Much love. Namaste.